Hey guys, it's Wayne Santos, one of the editors at CGM, and this is the last of our year-end look at the games of the year where I sound off about what my game of the year is, actually. This time I'm going to be doing me. Anybody who's been listening to the podcasts, they probably know this is not going to be a complete surprise. This will not be a surprise to anybody. I'm just going to come out and say Dragon Age Inquisition is my game of the year. It actually also ended up being the game of the year for the Game Awards that Jeff Keighley hosted, but it's like, never mind. Let's just talk about the fact that BioWare was actually on some unsteady ground after what happened with Mass Effect 3 and what happened with Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 2, they were experimenting and they did something very different where they limited players to one city and they just covered what happened to the character Hawk over the years in that city. It felt extremely limited and broke the cardinal sin of like reusing environments over and over again. So you could tell that they actually cranked that game out fairly quickly. Mass Effect 3, everybody loved it until they got to the ending where people felt a bit unsatisfied with those choices. So when people found out that Dragon Age 3, also known as Dragon Age Inquisition, was coming out, instead of everybody just uniformly going, yay, a new BioWare game, I'm so excited, they pretty much had the same reaction that I did, which was actually a bit nervous, a little skeptical, and mostly just hoping it's like, please, BioWare, don't screw this up. I mean, you guys have been such good developers in the past. Please tell us that you've still got the magic. And then Dragon Age Inquisition came out, and they still have the magic. Dragon Age Inquisition was an amazing game, and I would say that it is the first classic RPG of the current generation. I mean, there may be others in the future. It's quite possible that Witcher 3 may be another one of those that we can enter into that Hall of Fame. But for now, since there is no Witcher, there is no Elder Scrolls game, there is no new Fallout game, Dragon Age Inquisition is the one that I would unequivocally tell people, if you like RPGs, you have to own this game. Every criticism that people had of Dragon Age 2 has been hilariously overcompensated for in Dragon Age 3. It's like, instead of being trapped in one city, you've got massive regions to explore, the likes of which rival Skyrim in size. Instead of the button mashy, a little bit simplistic combat that people said took the strategy out of it, they went back to the drawing board and they gave people a button mashy option if they wanted to do that, but they also gave people a return to the more strategic turn-based freeze time and issue orders to your different characters kind of combat that harkens back to like Baldur's Gate and a lot of the classic BioWare games that people loved back in the day. And then on top of all of this, they have probably one of the most interesting, likable casts in a BioWare game. And they wrap it up with a story that says, you are one of the most important people in the land, and it actually feels like it. So for all of those guys that were worried that BioWare was going to screw it up with Dragon Age Inquisition, they didn't. Go out, get it. Not only is it, bar none, the best RPG of the year, but in my opinion, it probably was the best game of 2014. See ya.